Hello, everybody. Son Adelaja here. Well, I'm back with you today with Kingdom Fruit. And the Kingdom Fruit we're having today is with my brother from Nigeria, but based in the UK, brother Destiny. Egbirebhon? Egbirebhon. Egbirebhon. Wow. So Egbirebhon is Destiny Egbirebhon from Nigeria, and is part of DSA family. But Destiny had never called to the program before. I've never met him. I've never spoken to him, but he decided to storm Kyiv, Ukraine, and to come and see me live. And so we've been meeting since yesterday. Welcome, Destiny.
Thank you, DSA.
Tell me, I said we've never spoken before, but I was so pleasantly blessed to see that. So there are people out there that I don't know, that I've not met, that are huge followers and are hugely blessed by it.
Of course, I'm just one of the examples of millions out there who have been following you, listening to this gospel of the kingdom that you brought to the world. I have never called into this program since I stumbled on one of your message, one of your video on YouTube, early 2018, January. So I'll be watching passionately, day and night.
So it's 2 years now.
Yeah. So I've never called in.
Day and night.
Day and night. Your message is everywhere. In my place, your textbook. Wow. Because when the day I stumble on your one of your message on YouTube, I say, wow.
It was not on Facebook, it was on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Okay.
On YouTube. So I say, wow, this is it. This is what my spirit has been looking for. This is the message of the kingdom. Wow, I was shouting in my room all alone because my wife just traveled to Nigeria. So I was shouting. I quickly called my wife. I have found the truth. So
after listening to one message,
just one message, just half of it, maybe about 20 minutes of the first
and
message.
Your eyes were open immediately.
Open. Wow, I was shouting. It's like I've won a lottery that day. Wow, since then I've been watching so passionately. I can't do without listening to the gospel of the kingdom that you are bringing to the world. So I'll be following live messages, the past ones. I just want to detox myself from the religious gospel. Ever since, wow, I'll be so blessed. I'll be so transformed, renewed. And I'm so happy seeing DSA live and direct, one-on-one. Oh, I'm so happy. As I said to you yesterday when we met in your church, at your office, I said to you that yesterday was my second happiest day on earth. So my first happiest day on earth was the day I stumbled on one of your messages. And today, here I am in DSA studio at home. And this is my third happiest day on earth. Just to come and see DSA family, where the gospel of the kingdom is, tripping out to the world. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see DSA. I'm so happy to meet with him. I'm so excited, super excited, because the message of the kingdom that you brought have changed my life forever, have turned my life around. Not just me, my wife, and some of my friends that I've been reaching out to, that this is the gospel of the kingdom, because Jesus always said, go and preach the gospel of the kingdom. So I'm so happy. So I said I have to come and see DSA live and direct. I have to see him live and direct. I don't just want to see him on on social media a lot. I just want to come and say, man, I'm so blessed. I'm so happy. Here I am today, sitting down with DSA. Wow. Wow, I'm so happy.
And you said you are one of such
millions of people, because the world is full of people, billions of people. But there are millions of people who are following you, who never call into the program, who are listening to what God is saying through you. There is millions of them like that who never call in, but they are just hearing the gospel, the kingdom that you are preaching. They are hearing, they are taking in, they are adding it to their life. They are, just doers of those words. I'm just one of the example out there in the world. So I'm so happy to be with you today.
What was your action after? Let's first of all start by asking, what is the name of that message that you stumbled on YouTube?
Yeah, it was actually talking about paganistic series, paganistic
gospel.
Paganistic gospel that they are preaching.
Hijacked
our churches in Nigeria. So when I saw it, I said, yes, all these practices. Then when I used to go to all these churches, I saw a lot of things that they be doing, though I was doing them ignorantly because
you are just
I don't know better. I did not know better then, but my spirit never really accepted. I always, head back at times, because I
so
can't
you
see.
sense that there is something wrong with this kind of gospel.
Yeah, I say, what is the difference between going to native doctor, it will give you some concoction to put in your water to use it to bath, than what all these churches are practicing, giving you they call it Rabbina, blood of Jesus. They call it blood of Jesus. It's actually juice, fruits. You put it inside water, put anointing oil, mix it up, use it to bath.
Drink. You use Ribena to bath?
Oh, yeah, I've done it. You've
done it yourself?
I've done it. I'm not telling you a story. I've done it. I've drunk it. A lot of them.
Ribena?
Of course.
And oil?
Oil, mix it together with water. You're drinking it. Use it to bath. Use it to wash your house. I've done quite a lot of them. I'm not telling you story. This is what I have
even
actually
that story,
done.
I never had that before.
Wow.
That somebody will put Ribena.
There are thousands of people who are still doing such a thing. Around there, what they need to be delivered.
Put it in water?
In water, yeah.
I know the one they sprinkle on people. Ribena, they put in water and sprinkle on people.
Everything they do. This one, we drink it. We use it to bath. Everything. There are people out there who can testify to it. There are a lot of Christians out there.
So they mix it with oil.
They put oil, they put fruits, they call it Ribena, then mix it with water, use it to bath. So, for protection and all that, to protect you against the plans of the enemy, Wow.
Ignorance. They want you to look at the camera sometimes.
Yeah.
This camera. Yes. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
What are the other things that your eyes have seen in that place?
In
churches, no churches.
Thousands of them, if not
because if you didn't mention this example of Ribena and oil mixed together to bath, I would never heard about it. I would have heard.
A lot of them.
So I wonder what are the other things that are happening in those churches.
A lot of them, a lot of things are happening, they give you handkerchief, they tell you, at times they ask you to buy and bring to church, and they pray over it, they tell you to, wherever you go, use it to, put it around your neck or put it inside your pocket for protection, or maybe you're going for a job, put it there, put it inside your pocket. It will make them to accept your.
Yeah, that one I heard.
a lot of stuff that they do in those churches. So thank God today, I've been set free, I've been delivered. thank God to the message of the kingdom that you brought, the real Christianity.
Message of the kingdom.
Yeah, yeah. There is a lot of them,
And so what happened to you then once your eyes got up? No, once you started listening to that message, did he push you to go and listen to more or how?
Wow, I said from that day, I got addicted to your messages. I began to follow you on live programs, go back and listen to the past messages, or everything, order for your books, just keep on listening because I just want to detach myself from those
deception and lies.
Deceptive messages that we have swallowed all these years. So even till now, I never stop. I'm still watching. I'm actually going back with some of DSA book because to me they are textbook. They are treasure. So they have blessed me. They have turned my life around. One of the particular book that I read. Oh my goodness, wow! That book have changed me forever. Have changed me forever.
What's the name of the book?
Don't eat your tomorrow food today. Something like that.
Yes.
Don't eat
tomorrow
food today. Wow, that book have turned my life around. You can't believe it. What this particular book have done for me. I just want to encourage Christians out there in the world that you need to look for this book. It will bless you. It will set you free. It will deliver you from death. It will set you free. It will distort your wrong mindset. It will deliver you from instant gratification. This is what this book have done for me. There is a lot of testimony that I need to share on this book. Very, very massive testimony. I believe that it's going to bless someone that is watching me out there in the world. It's going to bless you. It's going to bless you. I encourage you. All these books are very cheap. I encourage you, if you want to set yourself free, if you want to stop eating your tomorrow food today, you have to get this book. You have to get it. I treasure this book. I have read it over and over again. I'm actually going I'm still reading it because I want to start, educating people to set people free, because there are many people who are in debt today because of they are ignorant of all these things. A lot of them, they don't know the difference between instant gratification and delayed gratification. So this is what this book have inculcated inside me now. It's a big testimony that this book have done for me. Ever since, my life have never remained the same since I get hold on this book. So I believe it's going to bless you. I urge you, especially DSA family around the world, I urge you to get this book. It's going to bless you. You will never regret of buying it. So I encourage you out there.
You said when you stumbled on my message, your wife was not around.
No, my wife just traveled to Nigeria that early 2018, January, okay. First week of January. She just traveled to Nigeria. When I'm, being alone now, I was just alone. I was just looking for something to watch on YouTube. This message just popped up. Paganism, Christianity in Africa, syncretism, witchcraft, and all that. I just click on it. Oh, you started, teaching, letting people to know all these practices. They are demons. They are devil. These messages are not from God. I was so interested to listen. So when I began to listen to it. In just 20 minutes into the message, I say, wow, this is the gospel of the kingdom. I have said it, that all these practices are not from God. How can you be praying, fall down and die, kill your father, kill your mother. If it is your mother that is troubling you, should die and all that. When Jesus said we should pray for them, we should pray for our enemy, we should love them, we should give them food to eat. If they are hungry, they come around to ask for our help. So why then we Christians we are saying they should die? Those are what those messages was addressing, a lot of them. So I said, this is it. So I was jubilating. It's like, as I've said before, it's like I won a lottery. I have to take on my phone, and for my wife, I told my wife, I have found the true Christianity. I have found the real message. I told her straight away, I am not going to go back to this church that I'm attending.
The church that you
because those are the things they practice. Every Sunday, those are the things they preach on about enemy, witches. I would say, for God's sake, today is a Sunday. Why can't we worship God? Why can't we talk about Jesus? Why can't we talk about the kingdom instead of enemy throughout the week, or Sunday again to worship God? We are still talking about enemy. I will be grumbling in my spirit. I will be, I was so troubled in my spirit until that day I found this message.
It's because you've been looking for the truth. Yeah. You are a lover of truth.
Yeah.
Because some people also listen to those messages and they are abusing me, calling me names. And,
wow.
That's what people are doing. But because you are looking for truth, and because you are a lover of truth, that's why you could.
Yeah, I've said it. Anybody that really love truth, that have been looking for truth, that want to see the real gospel that Jesus has committed in our hand, the gospel of the kingdom, once they listen to you, a minute is enough for them to change. That was what happened in my case. Because I've been looking for that, I've been troubled in my spirit, So that day that I stumbled on that message, oh my goodness. I said, this is it. That was the day my life changed. That was the day I got repented that day. I got born again. As a matter of fact, that every year.
God born again.
Yes. Every year, all these slogans, they talk about what the year is going to bring for them. A year of upliftment, a year. I can't remember what was the slogan for the church I used to attend them. When I stumbled on this message, that year I said that this year is my year of knowing the Lord. That was what I named after that year, 2018, of knowing the Lord. Since then I've been watching. I want to know God more. I've been listening to this gospel of the kingdom, So that was what happened. The first day I stumbled on your message. So since then,
but what about it means you stopped going to that church?
Yeah, immediately. That day, I sent a text message to my pastor that I'm no longer coming back. I'm no longer coming to church. I have found the true gospel. I have found the true Christianity that Jesus has brought to us. That I will not be coming back again. They were all surprised. They were, they kept calling me. They were calling me. Some of them came to my house. I said, yeah, I have my personal relationship with God is different. It has nothing to do with personal relationship. I mean, it's a relationship with men on earth.
Yeah.
So I've told them when they beg a lot of things that they said, they sent a lot of people to me. I said I can never go back unless they change their method of practicing their doctrines. That is when I will come back. So since then, I've not gone back to.
What about your friends? Maybe you had some friends in that church before.
Yeah, I have some friends. I've told them, I don't see them. They stopped calling. They disappeared. They stopped calling. So I've never heard from them all this while. So
wow.
I have found the truth. I have to follow the truth.
But how did you convince your wife? Because a lot of times, when most people who are following me are actually men. 70% of people who are following me are men. But a lot of times they struggle because their wives are already attached to the pastor, to the church over there, and they normally cause a lot of trouble.
Wow, I think my wife was different. My wife never attached herself to pastor. But when I told her,
has understanding.
yeah, when I told her, she said, "Okay, if it's that's what you decide, no, there's no problem until I come, so that we talk over it."
Wow.
When she, came
So
back
she was
from
okay.
Nigeria, I explained to
trusts
him.
your judgment.
I introduced her to your messages, and ever since. But as first, she was not that comfortable. She wanted us to go back. I said no. I insisted. I said, I'm not going back. I told her, if you want to go, I can be going there to drop you. When you close, I will come to pick you. For me, I'm not going there anymore. My soul is so important. So that was, we kept communicating. So that was one thing I remember her with the day we met.
Before you married?
Before we married. The very day we met, we chatted together. I remember what she told me. I asked her, why did you like me? Why did you want to marry me? He said, because of I know God. She wants to know God, like me. So I remember her. I said, you know what you told me the very first day we met, that I need to help you to know God. So all that we'll be practicing was the wrong one. This is the real one. Glory if you want to follow me, follow this one. This is the gospel of the kingdom. Yes. So since then, she started listening to you as well. As a matter of fact, she's more passionate about your message even more than me. More than me.
She loves the truth too.
Of course. Since then we've been together. We at times we go to one church that is close to us. It's actually British
white church.
It's mixed up with black as well.
Yes.
But almost 35%
it's not
of black.
doing the
No. But she was not comfortable because in that church they don't pray for that and die. They don't talk about enemy. They talk about Jesus. In their song, in their sermon, in everything. So all this while we do go together. At times I would decide not to go. I would just listen, and we read Bible together. We listen to some of your messages, and we study Bible together. So that is what we'll be doing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And what about your relatives? I hope they don't know that you are not going to church again, or you are not going to Nigeria church
again. A lot of them know. Some of them have been telling me that I have backslided. I have, have changed. You are
not going to Africa.
I told them it is now I'm a reborn again.
I just got born again now.
I said it is now I'm a real Christian. I'll be trying to convince them. Some of them are listening to me, especially my senior sister. She's been listening to you as well, of course.
From Nigeria?
From Nigeria. She lives in Spain. So
and she's listening? Of
course. She's listening to you. I introduced her to you. So I'll be telling them, some of them, they try to encourage me, don't backslide, don't go away from church.
Church.
Some of them be telling me, but I have seen the truth.
You have seen the light.
It doesn't matter what anybody say about me, it doesn't matter anymore, because as a matter of fact, nobody is going to go the day I will die. Nobody is going to go with me to answer.
You will stand before him alone.
I will stand alone. My wife will not go with me. My friends, my sister, nobody will die and follow me. So why should I listen to them? So my plan is to get them to know this truth for themselves. Read the Bible for yourself.
And get set free too.
And get set free. DSC is not just talking about it. It's backing it up with the word. It's backing it up with the word, That settles it. Once it is being backed up with the word, that settles it. Yeah. Just go home and read it for yourself. Yeah. It's there for everybody to read.
Yeah.
So this is what has been happening to me. So
for 2 years now,
I'll be so blessed.
Your focus is now on personal relationship with God, not
of course,
just
supersede every other relationship on earth. Your personal relationship with God supersede your relationship with your wife,
Yes.
Your relationship with your brother, your sister, your friends.
Yes.
Because nobody is going to follow you, as I've said. Nobody's going to follow you. Your wife will not follow you. Your children will not follow you. So your personal relationship with God matters. So this is what Christ brought. This is what he came to teach us.
Yeah.
That we should have personal relationship with God. The era of somebody standing between you and God has passed. Has passed. That day, the day he died, when the veil was teared. That was the day. That was the day. All those somebody standing between you and pastor helping you to pray to God for that day. That was the day it was broken. So we have access. We have direct access to God. That is personal relationship with God. That is what Christ came to taught us here on earth. Yeah. That is what he preached before he go back to the Father.
Wow. But I think the reason why it's been so straightforward for you is because you didn't attach your heart to religion.
At all.
You attach your heart to God. So you've been looking for real God.
Of course.
So when the gospel, the truth came, you recognize it.
Of course. Of course. That
what will you have to tell people who are still considering, how will I leave the church? What will my church members say? My relatives, and they don't want to leave those religious churches. First
of all, I want to say to you, if you are thinking how you will leave the church, just remember this advice today, that your personal relationship with God matters. Matters. Your soul. Try and listen to your heart. Your personal relationship to God supersede your relationship, your attachment with the church that you're going to, or your pastor, people. Or with people, with your friend, with your family, knowing that day when the trumpet will sound, everybody will answer for his or herself. So just try and develop personal relationship with God. Listen to the gospel of the kingdom that talks about kingdom value, that talks about Christ, that talks about what Christ came to do, how he wants us to live on earth, how he wants us to relate to our Father and to our fellow human being here on earth. Just read the Bible for yourself. Read the Bible for yourself. So
don't depend on God of men
at all. You've got the Spirit of God inside you. God have poured the Spirit out. It's inside you. When you get close to God, when you made up your mind to read the Bible, to want to know God, he will come. Yes. He will come and teach you. That is what I want to say. Listen to your heart and make sure you know that your personal relationship with God is supersede every relationship on earth.
And it supersedes religion.
Religion.
Even Christian religion.
Of course.
Yeah.
That is the worst thing that have happened to church, Pastor. This gospel of prosperity, this religiosity.
Yes, gospel of prosperity, especially the mammon, the god of mammon.
God of mammon. That is the worst thing that have happened to church, especially churches in Nigeria. Yeah, is creating havoc until they come to follow the gospel of the kingdom, preach the kingdom value, the kingdom principles. There is no way things can only get worse until you change, because once you teach the gospel of the kingdom, is able to build. It will remove religiosity, because it will make you, when you inculcate the God character, God value inside you, it destroy religiosity. It make you godly. It make you godly. It make you act like God. It make you think like God. It make you behave like God. It make you love like God. So until our pastors, they stop, preaching all this mammon gospel of paganism, all those kind of stuff. Oh my goodness, it will only get worse. So,
wow, beautiful. So this book we are seeing here has also contributed in setting you free.
Oh my goodness! So I've said it earlier on that this book have turned my life around. Oh, the very first day when I saw it, the way I'm looking at it, when I was watching one of your programs, I said, "What is the don't eat your tomorrow food today?" What is DSA trying to say? I want to get this book. I will need to get it. So I ordered for it. My wife was in Nigeria then. I called Choma. I told her I ordered a couple of books alongside with it, about 3 or 4. So when it came, when my wife returned, so that was the first book I read. I think 3 or 4 pages, I said, yes.
This is it.
Wow, this is it.
Lord.
Wow, I'll be set free. Actually, before I stumbled on one of your message on YouTube, that early 2018. It was 3 months before I stumbled on one of your message. I just bought a car on hire purchase. Wow, I was angry.
That I should have listened to this thing before.
I was angry of myself. I say, oh, I saw this book.
You spent a lot on that one.
Oh my goodness. I spent a lot. More than £8,000, £8,500. So I said,
just for younger.
Yeah. I just love the car. I want a good life. I want a better car. But I don't know that I was actually eating my tomorrow food today, because the car costs about 12,000 something pounds, and I was to pay almost 60,000 something. That 4,000 something that is on top of it,
it's credit.
I was to pay almost 17,000 pounds. That money that was on top of it, that was my tomorrow food today.
You are eating it.
I was eating it. So I said, this car, I wish I can return it. I never knew in the contract they actually wrote it there. Because of my worriness, because of because of my worriness, because I was so angry, I began to, talk to people in my workplace, because I was going to work with this book. If I'm on break, I have to read it.
I got a notebook.
Yeah. This particular day, my company sent me out with my co-worker, a British man. So I was reading it. I was trying to explain to him how people, eat their tomorrow food today. Mm-hmm. I told him I'm so angry right now for this car that I'm using. I can return it. I was just discussing. He said, yes, you can return it. He told me, what kind of contract do you have? I don't even know, because I didn't even read it. Yeah. Just to sign, I want to get the car. So he said, if your contract is HP, it's written there, you can return it if you pay half of it. I say, is it true? Oh, when I got home, I ran to where I kept the contract. I read through it, and it's actually written there. Wow, I say, immediately I called the company. I want to return this car. They say, yes, you can return it. So they told me what I need to do. They just told me what I need to do, and agree on the day to return it. That was the day. When I returned it that day, it's like a whole load fell from my shoulder. I was jubilating on my way coming from the company. I was jubilating. Because
your eyes are open.
My eyes are open.
And you will not waste that money
Not just that, before I returned it, I began to cut my expenses. I now see where I am eating tomorrow food today. My tomorrow food today. I began to cut my expenses. The phone that I took on contract, I began to return all of them.
Even the phone.
Oh my goodness! It was just then. It was
wisdom has come.
Wow! Then it was about 3 months for the contract to expire on that phone. I say, if this phone expire, if this company called me to come and carry another one, I would never go back. They were really calling me. I told them I'm not coming back. I'm not taking another one. Instead of me to take this phone, I'd rather have patience. Yeah. That's delayed gratification, what this book talks about. I'd rather have patience, save for it, and get it. Instead of, for example, maybe the phone costs £300.
Quick.
If you get it on you just go and get it on contract, you're going to pay almost 700. So if you have patience and save money for it, You are saving yourself from spending the money that you've never made.
That is for your future.
Yeah.
And then when you begin to pay all those percentages and the loan, you become a slave to the loan.
A slave, yeah, that is what the Bible actually says.
The car now is enslaving you.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to have a car, now it is you who is the slave to the car.
There are millions of people who are living
like
in
that.
this way. You know what this book actually make me to understand? That everybody can be rich.
Yes.
Everybody can be successful.
Yes.
If you know all these things, that if you stop eating your tomorrow food today, if you deliver yourself from instant gratification and get hold of delayed gratification,
yes.
I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what you are, any job that you're doing, you can save. You will grow. You can save, because this book actually talks about how you will save some percentage in whatsoever you're earning.
Yep.
I never knew that.
Wow.
All this while I'll be doing that. I'll be doing that, and my life have turned around for good. And not just because of that, and I have money to help others as well. That was my passion. I said, this money that I'm spending, I can actually have
and
more.
You're not giving
if I
the
say
tithe to some pastors that are already
goodness. You know, when I met you on Facebook, that was the day I stopped giving my money,
to the church.
Paying tithe.
You rather use it to help put people.
Oh my goodness! Because now I know how to give to God. I know how to give to God. When you explain about what Jesus was trying to say,
yes.
When I was hungry, you did not feed me. When I was naked, he did not clothe me. When I was in prison.
That is how God himself said we should give to him.
We should give to him. And you said in one of your sermons that giving to God is giving to humanity.
Yes.
You know, giving to humanity, especially those that are in need. Yes. You know, the less privileged, the destitute. The widows. You are giving to God. And that's what Christ was saying, the orphans. So I said, this is it. I know how to give to God. I don't need to give my money to a pastor to go and give to God on my behalf. So I have to go to God direct and give to him direct.
Beautiful.
Straight. That is what I'll be doing.
But now I know that you are taking care of some children. You rode back home.
Oh, my
took over the life of those children.
Oh, my goodness.
Giving them destiny and life.
Yeah, one thing about me, since I've been following you, I don't just listen to you. All those wisdom, those messages that God is using to preach, I'm just, one at a time, putting them to practice. No, that is what Bible says we should be doers of the word, not just the hearer and preacher. A lot of pastors can preach, quote Genesis to Revelation, but in doing the work, they are not doing it. So that is what I'll be doing. That was when I listened to one of your series that talks about the love series.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Love series.
I was with you throughout all the live love series that you did. Mm-hmm. I was with you. When I was watching it, I shed tears. As I watched. There was one that you did, showing, especially those videos that you show, how people help people.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I was crying like a baby. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm somehow emotional. So I was crying all through. So I decided to start helping people. There are millions of children in our country, Nigeria. A lot of them are out of school. A lot of them are motherless or fatherless. They are in the streets. So I told my wife, thank God the kind of wife that God has given to me.
Agreed.
She loves giving. She's a giver, even more than me. Wow. Yeah. I told her this is what the Lord is laying in my heart. Immediately she agreed. I have to. The Holy Spirit was telling me I should call my brother because I don't know who to call, because my brother is a pastor as well.
Okay.
My brother have a church in Port Harcourt.
Okay.
So I called him. I said, do you have widows in your church that have children that their children are not going to school? I want to sponsor some children in school.
Glory to
God. I don't even know them. So he said, yeah, there are many. They're everywhere. So they
are everywhere.
They're everywhere. So he told me, and he sent me their pictures, and about 4 of them. So
Wow.
from that day.
And you are not even from that state? Oh?
No. I'm from Edo State. I'm not from Rivers. So, and these
But
people,
people are people.
Yeah, of course.
Children, all of us are God's children. Everybody needs an opportunity.
Yeah, that is what I'll be doing. You know, thank God, to the glory of God. My wife and I, we've really committed, and it brings us joy whenever every term that we send them money for their school fees and for their book, for their notes and their uniform as well. So that is what we'll be doing. And not just the children, my family that I have not spoken with, because I came from a polygamous home. My father married a lot of many wives, and my father's children were many. Mm-hmm. My senior brother, I've never spoken to him since I left Nigeria.
Wow.
A lot of them like that. I began to call them one after the other. Then I asked my senior brother, what do you want? What do you want me to do for you? He told me. Then by his grace, my wife and I, we put it together, and God used us to help him out. And we'll be doing that all this year, my senior brother as well.
Wow.
So we'll be doing that to the glory
That
of
is
God.
the real Christianity.
That is the real Christianity. And it gives us satisfaction. We are so satisfied whenever we help, God uses us to help others. It gives us joy. It gives us joy. This is the message of the kingdom that Christ brought. He actually came to show us the kingdom life, how our Father does things. That is why he came.
So that we can be like our own Father. We can have his image and likeness.
He did not bring religion. He bring kingdom life.
Relationship with God.
Yeah, relationship with God. That is what Christ brought.
Whew.
Wow, I'm super excited.
Yeah, you are on fire. You are on fire. What would you like to say to our viewers who are watching us today?
Oh, viewers around the world, God's children around the world, I really encourage you that you should get closer to God.
Amen.
Personally, get closer to Him. You know, have an intimacy with God, with Christ. Build your personal relationship with Christ. You know, it's gonna set you free. Try and know the values of heaven.
Yes.
The principles of heaven. They are in the Bible. Try and listen to those men of God who are preaching this gospel of the kingdom.
Yes.
Like somebody like DSA, the gospel of the kingdom.
And the messages all over YouTube.
They are all over. They are all over. YouTube, books. Try and listen. Try and develop yourself. Try and deduct all these messages that all these pastors have been preaching to you. I'll be feeding you with all this while. Try and deduct yourself out of this paganistic
religion,
gospel, this deceptive gospel, mammon gospel. But your life will never remain the same. Read the Bible. You know, your life will never remain the same. Because remember, as I said before, that day you're going to answer for yourself.
Alone.
Nobody's going to follow you when
you're going to be one-on-one
when
with
God
God.
call you to glory. Nobody's going to follow you. Try and get closer to God. Get material that talks about the principles of heaven, God character, God mindset, God behavior, the way he does things. Try and love God and love people. And love people no matter what colors. Even those that people are saying they are witches and wizards in your family, in your village, in your town, in your city. Love them.
Yes.
They are not the real enemy. The real enemy is the Satan. They are not the real enemy. They are just victim of the Satan. They are just victim. Bible says we fashion not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and power. You know, it's not human being we are dealing with here, the one we see. You know, don't hate them. Don't tell them to die. As a child of God, don't tell them. Even not those. As a matter of fact, God is not answering those prayers. That is why some of these people that Like what is going on, these Fulani herdsmen?
They are not dying, no.
They are not dying.
They are rather increasing.
Some pastors have been preaching
that they would die.
More than 4 or 5 years ago, and they are increasing, they are killing more. So it's not that kind of prayer.
God does
not even answer it. God does not answer it. Because the grace of God is waiting for them to be saved. Your own is to preach that message.
Even to the herdsmen.
Yeah, your own is to extend love to them.
Even to Fulani people.
Yeah, your own is to tell the government that they should hold these people accountable. Let justice be served, and let the government know what they are doing is bad. That they should try every means to stop it, and love them as well. They should stop killing people.
Beautiful. Well, Destiny is on fire today. He touched on everything. And anybody, the Bible says, anybody that have ear, let him hear what the Spirit is saying. And the Spirit has spoken powerfully today through the Son of God. You are a son of God.
Thank you, sir.
Son of the kingdom.
Thank you, sir.
You are not a son of denomination.
Thank you, sir. This is what your message has done. This is what the message of the kingdom that you are preaching, that God is using you to preach, has done. And there are millions of them out there. As I've said, there are millions of them out there. I'm just one of those people that the message of the kingdom that you are preaching have set free. So I'm free indeed. That was the message I wrote to you the very first day I saw it. I say, hallelujah, I'm free indeed. I'm free forever. If you remember, I say you.
No, I can't remember because I get messages like that every time.
Yeah, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed.
Well, thank you so much, Destiny.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for coming. And help me greet your wife.
I will.
And I hope you people will be able to go with me traveling sometimes.
Oh, of course.
Very soon.
Of course, I'm in the process of.
Yeah, the process.
I can't wait for that day.
We will take your wife, and we are going to go over Europe, Africa, over the whole world.
My goodness. I can't wait.
Well, thank you so much, everybody. This has been exciting, encouraging, and the fire and the passion and the Holy Spirit, I think it is already imparted on you through Destiny's life and testimony today. And until we meet you next time, peace.